Good day my little robins, it's me Beth. Another week has passed, which means you get another video from me, and it is the end of March, which means you get a Q&A, because that's what these end of the month Q&As are. Yes, before we start the video, if you want to support the channel, click subscribe, give me a like, but let's just dive right into this March Q&A. The first question is a two-parter, and it is, what was your favourite March concert and what was your least favourite March concert? Because I saw a lot of gigs in March. My favourite March concert, probably hands down, was seeing Lower Than Atlantis on the 11th of March in Manchester. They had support acts, Hands Like Houses, Young Guns and Rome, and oh my god, it was just like such a good experience. Myself and my flatmate, we got so close to the front. You know, there was jumping, there was sitting down, there was, mosh pits, there was fist pumping, there was alcohol. That was probably my favourite concert because, we met so many fans, who had similar music tastes, and during the acts, we got to know people around us. I think there is an assumption, that, like the metal rock community are not nice people. They are lovely people. I make friends at those type of shows, which leads me on to my least favourite concert, which was All Time Low, who I saw in Liverpool on the 18th of March, so a week after seeing Lower Than Atlantis, I saw All Time Low. I'm not shitting on the band, they're a good band, I love their songs, I've been a big fan of theirs for years. I think what made it a bad concert for me was the fans, the 14 and 13, 15-year-old fangirls who had no manners. They were so rude, they were so, arrogant, they had no qualms, elbowing you in the face in order to get past you, whereas at Lower Than Atlantis, people tapped you on the shoulder and asked if they could go in front of you. Whereas at All Time Low, they were just shoving, they were pushing, they had those high-pitched banshee screams. I think I went deaf. It was a sea of phones. It was a sea of phones. We couldn't really, myself and my flatmate, we couldn't really see the stage. We could see the stage when the phones were down. The second a song started, those phones went up. Now I know they've got a younger fan base, but I probably won't see All Time Low again because of that really bad experience. But Lower Than Atlantis, oh my god, you guys are amazing live. The next question is, do you shop in charity shops? And it's because I mentioned, I think on Tumblr, that I volunteer in a charity shop in Liverpool 2 days a week. And yes, I do buy clothes from charity shops because you can find some really rare gems in a charity shop. Yes, most of the stuff is shit, but you do find some really good brands that end up there. I've bought so much shit working at the charity shop. I work at one of the more hipsterish charity shops, and so I've got Superdry stuff, I've got fire trap stuff. Yeah, I've got so much stuff. I've got new look dresses, I've got boohoo like items. You find gems in charity shops. I know there's like a stigma about, oh, don't shop in a charity shop. If you're on a budget, charity shops are, the place to go. Like back there, I found a Superdry jacket which should have cost 80 quid if I got it from Superdry. I got that jacket for £7 in a charity shop. Yeah, and it's probably my favourite jacket to date. So yeah, I'm not knocking charity shops. I do shop in them because I volunteer in charity shops. This question's quite deep, and it is there life after death? Or do I believe in life after death? I like to think that when we die, we do go somewhere, whether it's heaven or it's hell, or if it's limbo or if it's purgatory. But I think at the end of the day, when you die, you're either cremated and turned to ash, or you're buried 6 feet under and become worm fodder. I've never been religious, I've never really thought of that. I like to think there is, but at the end of the day, I'm going to become worm fodder, so I probably don't believe in life after death. Question 4, night in or night out? I prefer a night in. I like nights out, I'm not gonna lie. I like going out to clubs, I like dressing up all fancy, doing my face with makeup, going out with friends and having a good time. But I would much rather, stay in, comfy pyjamas, rent a movie, or, watch something on Netflix, order in takeaway, and just have a really nice night in. I prefer nights in. They're also a lot cheaper because you can't buy alcohol. That's a lie, I've got wine in the fridge. And the fifth and final question of this month's Q&A is water, fire or grass starter Pokemon. Hands down, I think every Pokemon game I've ever owned, I always start with the water Pokemon because A, water Pokemon are fucking awesome, and B, I just think they look kind of cute. You do get cute water Pokemon, except I think, what was it? Was it X and Y? Was it X and Y? X and Y, I actually had the grass starter because the water Pokemon was ugly. Yeah, so I went for the grass Pokemon. But most times I go for water Pokemon. My favourite water Pokemon is Piplup. I've got a Piplup plushie in my room. So yeah, water starter Pokemon. Which reminds me, I need to go to a Pokestop today and get some Pokeballs. There we have it, guys and girls. That was just my March Q&A. You know the drill by now. If you want to ask me any questions, you can ask them in the comments below, or you can ask them me, you know, Wattpad, Tumblr, Twitter. All the links to my social media are in the description box below, so go check it out. While you're down there, don't forget to give the video a cheeky like and hit that subscribe because I upload weekly. You can check out my last 2 videos here. Yeah, happy March. I hope we have a good April. Goodbye.